All right, how we doing today? So this is the remnant one, and I'm going to today's series, or I'm going to start this series. I had to redo it all over again because I had some technical problems with my editing software. But I'm gonna get right into it because this is in honor of Chadwick Boseman. Okay, that he died in colon cancer, and it was about 3 weeks ago where I had some other topics in mind I wanted to talk about, but this has thwarted me, or his death that is, to discuss health, food, and safety. Okay, and this is in remembrance of Chadwick Boseman. Okay, this is the actor that's done several movies, including one of the greatest hero movies of all time, Black Panther. Okay, he died of colon cancer at the age of 43. So 4 years ago, in 2016, he was diagnosed with stage three colon cancer. Okay, and so the reason why what thwarted me is because with COVID, and we're in the second wave of this COVID, being that we're in October 2020. All right, that it ravages the body, but it takes advantage of the um, pre-existing conditions. Let's say if you already have high blood pressure, diabetes, sickle cell, okay, then it's going to ravage the body not even quicker, but even uh, worse, even worse with more tenacity. So it's critically important that we pay attention to our health, especially like cancer. He caught it at a stage, and I don't want to be disrespectful at all to the brother, okay, but although he's put great work in, and rest in peace, sir. I hope that Most High gives you paradise. Uh, I got to tell you though, all right. Now I believe that he had a choice probably to scale back on making those movies. He had like 4 or 5 movies he was working on while he was going through the chemotherapy, but I believe that he caught it too late because he wasn't doing enough of it. He wasn't following the protocol that they wanted him to follow. And I got to tell you though, because this happened to several people I know, including my father, that you put his career on the pedestal, and therefore that it ended up in this demise. Because the colon cancer can be reversed, but you have to consider changing your diet. And I believe that he was eating a lot of animal proteins. He had a good diet too. Had like oats and different nuts and stuff like that. But you have to be careful about that, how much of that stuff that you consume, especially like animal protein, eggs, and that. He had to bulk up for those movies. Okay, and I guess it just got to where his body couldn't handle it. It's probably fair to say at him catching, or he was diagnosed with it at 39 years old, that he may have had a pre-genetic disposition. It's fair to say that. But again, certain cancers can be reversed. Diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, okay? Those can be reversed, or otherwise they can cause effects like heart attack, heart disease, okay, strokes. And we'll get into that later on in this series. Uh, so I'm going to start probably the early part of this series just talking about stats on high blood pressure, um, cholesterol, cancer, diabetes, those particular ailments, and then I'll go along to the different foods to eat to try to reverse that. And mainly what I'm talking about is a plant-based diet. Okay, it's fine to eat meat, but it's not as much. All right, but I'm going to emphasize on many meats that are recommended from the Most High. Okay, excluding like pork and shellfish. Okay, and animals that are considered detestable. Okay, they're just not good for human consumption at all. All right, I rebuke those type of foods in this segment. All right, you try to refrain from that as much as possible, and it should be treated as a garnish, okay, and a delicatessen, very very sparingly. And I'll end the series with maybe like healthy snacks like nuts, fruits. Okay, um, and I'll towards the end of this segment, I'll talk a little bit about food shortages, vaccines, and how that's forcing people, some people, all right, to make changes in their diet. Okay, with the um, food shortages in meat, we've had these problems earlier this year, and we'll finish it off with a conclusion, just recapping what we all talked about. So stay tuned. Sorry I couldn't get this out early. I was supposed to get it out yesterday, and I realized that I had no sound. But I'm going to go on and try to get this information out as expeditiously as possible. In the name of Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace, sir. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe, like, and share. Okay, and stay tuned for the future segments. Again, thanks for listening.